Hello everyone, this is Japanese class by Professor Kat. Today we will talk about lesson 5 and lesson 6. As I mentioned before, we will try to talk about two lessons in one video from this time. And from lesson 5, the kanji characters start to appear. For foreigners except Chinese, there is no quick way to master kanji characters in Japanese. We must learn it from one to one by one. But this textbook, Marugoto, I think is perfect because it ranged kanji characters from simple to complex, so it's really friendly. These are the 4 characters in lesson 5, and basically, the writing order of kanji character is from up to down and from left to right. It's a principle, I think. But writing order is not so important. Some teacher will tell you that you must write just as I do or something like that. But result matters more, right? Language means communication, so if others can understand your character, that's enough, right? And for foreigners, Chinese characters is a totally different character system. Like maybe we try to learn ancient Egyptian characters. So no one can master it at once. You should keep practicing. And let's see these 4. First, sakana. It means fish, so it's B. I will write it here. It's not a perfect shape, but it's okay. Other people can understand you. And second, niku, that means meat. And third, tamago, here. Last, mizu, that means water. Okay, it's not so difficult, I think. Next. These are 2 characters in lesson 6. Tabemasu, nomimasu. These 2 are verbs. Not only noun in Japanese has kanji characters, also verbs. Tabemasu means eat. Nomimasu means drink. You may notice that the left part of nomimasu, it's quite similar to tabemasu, right? A kanji character, can sometimes be a part of another character. And in this situation, the size, shape, or strokes may change. Here we can see this part. It has changed, right? And also the size. It become much smaller, right? Okay, that's all for kanji characters in these 2 lessons. Remember, write and then remember. Practice, keep practicing. Okay, let's see the first conversation. 食べ物は何が好きですか？肉が好きです。魚も好きです。食べ物 means food. 何 means what. 好き means like. So the first sentence is asking, what do you like in food? And the answer, 肉が好きです。I like meat. 魚も more means also. I also like fish. Is this. Did you notice that when we translate these two sentences in English, we added I and you. What do you like? And I like. But it didn't appear in these Japanese sentences. So that's principle or maybe a trend in Japanese sentence. The subject is not necessary here. It's somehow like maybe Spanish sentence like tengo 20 años. I'm 20 years old. But the I didn't appear in this sentence. It's quite similar. Next. 野菜は好きじゃないです。What about vegetable? I don't like vegetable. Okay, 好きじゃないです。So, 好きです is affirmative expression, and the negative is 好きじゃないです。私は肉と野菜が好きです。But here we can see 私. Why? Because he or she want to try to emphasize that for me, I'm different from you, so she added a 私 here. As for me, I like meat and vegetable. Let's see the three expressions in this passage. Blah 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 が好きです。blah blah blah は好きじゃないです。As I said before, the left is affirmative and the right is negative. So affirmative expression, we use が here. But for negative expression, we use は here. Please pay attention here. And of course, this part has changed too. 好き and 好きじゃないです。There is also a question. 何が好きですか? Nani means what, so what do you like? Let's make some examples here. I like juice. First is affirmative sentence, so we use this sentence. Juice in Japanese is juice. So, ジュースが好きです。And I don't like milk. It's a negative sentence. ミルクは好きじゃないです。Okay. Let's move on. Second. ホセさん、いつも朝ごはんを食べますか？はい、食べます。ホセさん is the name. Okay. And いつも means always. 朝ごはん is breakfast. 食べます is a verb. Eat. Do you usually eat breakfast? はい、食べます。Yes, I eat. Here we can see we use people's name instead of you. Okay. 何をよく 食べますか？私はパンと果物をよく食べます。Please pay attention to the pronunciation here. 果物を、果物を。Okay. Nani means what? よく, usually. What do you usually eat? I eat bread and fruits. 卵はあまり食べません。What about egg? I don't usually eat egg. If あまり meets ません is a negative sentence. If あまり meets ません meets negative, it will express not so, not usually, like this. Blah 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 or blah blah mas. And mas here is the verb. That means verb. Blah 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 wa blah blah masen. This negative and this is affirmative. Okay. Blah 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 or blah blah mas ka. Ka means a question. Okay. It's a question mark. Nani o blah blah mas ka? What is asking for what? Okay. Also some examples. I drink black tea. Black tea is 紅茶 in Japanese. 紅茶を飲みます. I don't drink coffee. コーヒーは飲みません. Do you like a cup of milk? ミルクを飲みますか? What do you want to have a drink? What would you like to drink? 何を飲みますか? Okay, it's quite easy, right? Okay, the third one. 好きな料理は何ですか? カレーです。好き means like. 料理 means dishes. 何ですか? What? Okay, so 何 and 何 they're the same. カレー curry. What's your favorite dishes? It's curry. 私はハンバーガーが好きです。そうですか。As for me, I like hamburger. そうですか. Here we notice that is a down tone, okay? Is a down tone. If we read it as an up tone, そうですか? It shows surprise or you want to question something. Okay, so here, そうですか means I got it. I see. It's quite different. Please pay attention. Okay. 好きな blah 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 は blah blah です。嫌いな blah 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 は blah 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 です。好き means like and 嫌い means dislike or hate. I hate fruit, maybe. 嫌いな食べ物は果物です。There's another expression. 果物は嫌いです。Okay, there are two ways of expression. 嫌いな食べ物は果物です。果物は嫌いです。Okay. Or 果物が嫌いです。 Both are correct. Okay, the last conversation. 今日、どこで昼ご飯を食べますか？一方で食べます。今日 means today. どこ means where. 昼ご飯 is lunch. 食べます is eat. So, what would you like to, where would you like to eat as lunch? 一歩 is the name of a restaurant. I would like to eat at 一歩。一歩はい、ラーメン屋さんです。美味しいですよ。一歩 Yeah, it's a ramen restaurant. Japanese noodle, okay? Ramen. 美味しいですよ。It's delicious. じゃあ、私も行きます。Yeah, 私も means I also. 行きます means go. But when we translate it, we will seek or we will find some more suitable expression in English. So it's like, let me join you, something like that. Okay. Blah 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 で食べます。blah blah を食べます。So the first sentence is here. 一方で食べます。And for second, 昼ご飯を食べます。So before the de, we use the location, restaurant. But before the o, we use lunch, breakfast. It's different, okay? Please be careful with this support word. Auxiliary word also. And here, 美味しいですよ, delicious. It's an adjective in Japanese. So when we find some word end with e, this, it may be an adjective in Japanese. 美味しいです. This is the affirmative, and this is the negative. So we change e into ku and add nai after it. 高いです change into 高くないです. So 美味しいです change into 美味しくないです. Okay. So that's all for today's lesson, and see you next time. Thank you for listening.